Yo, what is up everybody, it's Jay the Great here, and for the first time in a while I'm doing a Boruto related video. As you can tell by the title, this is a Boruto Chapter 81 leaks discussion. So we're going to look at some of the designs of some of the most important characters, and then actually look at a fan translation of Chapter 81. Again, it is a fan translation, so it's not official, but we're going to look at it and see what we can extrapolate from the narrative, as the fan translation is more than likely substantially similar to the official translation, with the official translation manga being released August 20th, I believe. So let's get straight to it, and make sure to hit the like button to let me know you enjoy this, and hit the sub button if you're new. But let's get straight to it. So first off, we have Boruto in his design here. This seems to be a cover page of possibly the chapter, Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, and this seems to be his full design. We can observe a few things here. We can observe Sasuke's sword, what appears to be his cloak, and what appears to be his glove. You can't really see it here, but I did see another picture where he has Sasuke's glove. You could extrapolate a couple things from that, possibly Sasuke's death, or possibly Sasuke being out of the equation. Maybe he's injured, or maybe he just flat out just gave it to him. Maybe he said, you know what, you are the key shinobi of the next generation, so go ahead and take my sword and my attire, and I'm passing the torch to you. I don't see Sasuke doing that in character. More than likely, it's his death, but we won't know until we get that information right. So my prediction is that Sasuke is most likely deceased or out of commission, and that's why Boruto has his attire. So, but as far as the design, I enjoy it. I think the design is very, very good. The aesthetic is very well done by the illustrators of Boruto. And with the design, we can get this sort of feel that Boruto has been through several trials and tribulations. Just the way that his eye is illustrated, the way that he's illustrated, it seems that he's been through the ringer, right? And that creates emotional appeal for the fandom, right? Which is important to sell manga, right? That's going to hook the reader and the viewer of the manga, and hopefully bring more numbers in for, the illustrators, the company that produces Boruto, etc. So I actually really enjoy this design. It's very telling. The picture tells 1,000 words, and this picture certainly does. Certainly tells this sort of story that Boruto has had trials and tribulations. Right? And I think that's what we've all been waiting for. We've been waiting for Boruto to earn his stripes. Right? Because early on in the narrative, he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. His father was the literal Hokage. He was literally miraculously gifted God-given power after his father and Sasuke defeat Momo, etc. So this is what we need. This is what the fandom needs. And if I had to rate the design 1 through 10, solid 8.5, 9. I really enjoyed this design here. Very, very well done. But going to the next design, we have Sarada here. As you could tell, it seems that Tento clones are behind them. Maybe they're about to combat them here, and Code himself, more than likely. As far as Sarada's design, it certainly displays how she has grown as well. They're clearly older here, probably by at least a couple years, teenagers at the very least. Sarada's design is cool. The jacket is a good addition to her attire, and overall, I think it's cool. Is it cooler than Boruto's? I would say no, but it's good. It displays how she's matured and she's growing into an capable shinobi. And I enjoy the aesthetic. I know there was criticism that she's too provocative or whatever in her attire. I don't even see that. Not a problem at all. It's not something that should be discussed. It's kind of weird that some people point that out, to be honest. But I like the design. 1 through 10, I'd give it a solid 7, 7.5. I think it's pretty well done. And so far, so good for the designs. I think the illustrators did a good job. Now, the last one we'll look at is Kawaki's design. Now, I actually really like the mullet look. It's pretty cool to me, personally. He has sort of the don't care attitude attire. He has like the loose jacket, the baggy pants. He has that demeanor, right? That, I'm becoming the guy, and I don't need to care what you think. It's kind of what comes off to me when I see him on the page and on the panel. I actually really like his design. I think it's pretty fire, to be honest. If I had to give him a rating on his design 1 through 10, I'll give him a solid 8, possibly 8.5. It's almost as good as Boruto's. You can even argue that it's better. I think Boruto probably has the best design, followed by Kawaki, and then Sarada. All of them have good designs. None of them are bad by any means. I saw on Twitter, or X, I guess is what it's called now, some people comparing their attire to Naruto's and the attire of the older generation. That's false equivalency because we're in a newer time, right? Boruto is in the modern day. Right? Even Konoha itself is more modern, and there's been technological advancement and fashion has advanced, etc. So to say that just because they don't have similar attire to Naruto and Sasuke, etc., and use that as a reason to say their design is bad isn't the best articulation of that premise, I'd say. So overall, I like all their designs. I think they're pretty well done, and good job to the illustrators and Kishimoto and Ikimoto. So, but now, on to the actual manga. So we're going to read through it, extrapolate what we can, and sort of give our take on the state of the Boruto narrative. So I'm just going to go from left to right and read like that and see what we get here. So here we have clearly Naruto and Hinata in this other dimension where time is frozen, essentially, meaning they don't age nor wither away due to starvation or thirst. And it appears that Kawaki's in the dimension observing them, probably checking on their well-being, etc. There he is, you could tell. And again, Naruto seems like the only individual he's willing to give his life for, and clearly he's willing to go to great lengths to ensure his protection and Hinata's as an extent. So we have that. Now we have some dialogue, so I went harsh again. Is that the bad one? Most of the people, omnipotence, can't even recognize that something has changed. From everyone's perspective, we are the ones that looked like has changed. Uzumaki, Kawaki, the son of the seventh Hokage. For everyone, that is the obvious fact from a long time ago. So, what this implies is that with this time skip, the brainwashing of the entire globe has not been undone, right? Significantly, because Sarada and Sumire are discussing how even in present day, everyone is under the impression that Kawaki is Naruto's son and that Boruto is a global terrorist that murdered Naruto, right? So even after all this time, it's clear that they haven't found a solution to this problem, right? The omnipotence is still a problem. So that's what we learned from here. Interesting. On the opposite, Boruto is a stranger and a rebel, that he's a traitor and ungrateful. In the beginning, everyone felt the controversy. If he was born in this village, it's odd for him to have his body customized from Kara. Shikamaru-san was also asking him what happened to Momoshiki. Even those discomfort gradually disappeared because of omnipotence. As a result, for now, not a single person has a concern. Reiterating what I said, they're still under the omnipotence jutsu. How are we supposed to fight back against this ridiculous ability? She's talking about omnipotence, clearly. I mean, it's the end of that post. We go to the next one here. Now we jump to Eida and Damon. They still don't give up. It's nearly impossible. Like my allure, omnipotence, well, recently I was finally able to understand deeper about this ability. So it seems that she's evolved herself. See what she says? There's no way I can give up. Don't you have any new information? What I know now is that omnipotence is a shinjutsu from the Otsutsuki, and this ability that realizes your wish. And Kawaki's wish made this circumstance. Okay, so she's explaining that. What changes everyone's memory, the memory and everyone about Boruto and Kawaki got overwritten as a result. Okay, we know that. So as a result of the position swap, we know that. Is there any way to turn it back? Any clues? Don't know, at least for now. You know, if you talk about omnipotence, people won't understand why. It's something understandable if you explain it thoroughly. Think again, you're the ones that are going to be accused that your memory's gone wrong. Okay, we'll listen to you seriously. Frankly speaking, it's better for you to give up about turning things back how they used to be. Overriding any memory is more realistic. Of course, taking in the risk. Okay. So here we are, still with the dialogue. Let's quickly read through it. Mysterious, why are you too safe? Though you are not a Suzuki. So she's not even aware why they were not affected by the omnipotence. So maybe, hopefully we get an explanation for that here. Let's see. I was wondering that myself and many others in the fandom as well. Omnipotence doesn't affect Otsutsuki. The same with Allure It doesn't have to affect Damien because he's my sibling, but you two are not. Or are you able to have the past memories? No more than that. Are you two really allured from me? Don't let them notice about it, especially Damon. Interesting. So she's wondering why. It seems that they know something, or maybe they don't. It's hard to tell from their expressions. Maybe they know something that Eida doesn't. Let's see. Allure not working on you means you are in a position that is possible to kill. You understand what I mean, right? If they notice that, your life will be in danger. Interesting. Not working on you means you're in a position that is possible to kill. Okay? Don't be silly. We've explained many times. We're just showing off. Sarada and I are. There's no way someone exists that doesn't get allured by Eida. Okay. Interesting. It's not really explained. They just are immune to it. They're immune to it, and it's certainly bizarre. Yeah, I think so too. Right. Okay. Damon seems suspicious of them, of course. Now we jump to Kawaki. Appears to be in some other location. Next post. Don't be ferocious, Mitsuki. It's hard to breathe if you're like that. Boruto should be still after you. Like you, he's an Otsutsuki. It's not surprising he's able to hide his chakra. If he comes to the village, I can know it with my indication. He can trick the sensing party, but cannot deceive my eyes. You know it, right? Okay. I want to protect you. I'll kill him in my own hands. Do as you like, but don't get around me like a weird stranger. You're a nuisance, Kawaki. You are. Kawaki search party here. Find a claw mark on the walls outside. Okay. Claw marks. That implies most likely codes, tentels, QB clones, or possibly code. He's levitating, so he's able to do that now. He's certainly evolved. Stay here. I'll be right back. Okay. So you are the sun that lights me as a moon. Right, Kawaki. So with the brainwashing came the dichotomy shift from Mitsuki and Boruto to Mitsuki and Kawaki. So he sees Kawaki in the same light that he saw Boruto in, right? In this sort of brother fellowship kind of way where he's willing to risk his life for him, right? It's very obvious here. And he's clearly still heavily brainwashed, obviously. But continuing on here. All right, we see what appears to be Himawari combating maybe Choji's daughter? I can't tell what that is from here. That seems like a younger person, though. It's hard to tell. She certainly evolved. She's combating. Seems to be shuriken here. Okay. We see this sort of boulder jutsu here, apparently. You see Himawari getting bested by someone of Choji's descent. It was a bad option to jump up high. Okay. That's the end of this post. Next post. But your moves are great. That's what Kawaki's little sister is supposed to be like. Nice fight. It was great, Himawari-kan. First kick was so awesome. It was damn heavy. Okay. But Himawari-chan, why do you want to be that strong? Not like I want to be strong. If I say this, I think I'll be scolded by everyone in the Hidden Leaf. I want to be a help for, kind of for Boruto. Okay. What are you saying, Himawari? That's too much for a joke. Sorry, I know it surprised you, but I don't know how to say it. But the image of him inside me is so different. You got your father killed. I think it's wrong, probably. So this implies that she seems to see Boruto in a different light in comparison to the majority of those under the Omnipotence jutsu. Maybe due to being a sibling of Boruto. Maybe that's why she's a little bit more resistant to it. It's very, very interesting. He protected me and my dad in front of me. That kind of person can't kill my father. So it seems that she's referencing the Delta altercation. Possibly. Or maybe some sort of altercation like that. There should be a reason. If so, I think Boruto's in trouble right now. And I feel it. My dad is probably alive somewhere. Interesting. So it seems there might be another one that's immune to the Omnipotence, or at least resistant to it. Very interesting. How many more pages are left, by the way? Okay, we're almost done here. Cool. Then we can discuss it. Okay. Alright, so we get to see the sort of dojutsu that Ishiki once had. Now, clearly Kawaki has it. Very interesting. Great, this is the last claw marks around here. Thanks, Kawaki. Goddamn code. Why doesn't he attack though he comes so near here? I heard he has several thousands of soldiers. Probably he's referencing the Tento clones. He has a revenge against Boruto. I guess his priority higher than the Hidden Leaf. Okay. The theory that the Hidden Leaf doesn't get attacked might be true. It will be great if they fight each other. What? Stand still? What are you doing? What is he doing? Let's see. Oh shit. Seems to be... It's a claw mark on your neck. Wow. Okay. From when is it? You didn't even notice. I don't know. When did I get that? There's others that got them. I'm going to investigate it now. Get the ones that went to search for the claw marks. The moment we find them, we'll have to shrink them. Code. What is he thinking of? Hurry up, Shika. Son, there's nothing else we can do. So it seems that Kawaki has the ability to put like these marks, these sort of marks on them, I guess. Which was this. I wonder what kind of effects it has. He's not aware of it. Maybe it allows him to control their will, or doesn't appear so. He's not attacking them or anything. Who knows? Let's see. It's interesting. You're exaggerating. I'm serious, and you know what? Okay. That's the end of this post. Where are we here? I think we're here. Wait, let me double check. Yeah, we just read that. Okay. Here's a Ten-Tails clone out of nowhere. Any chakra reaction. What is this? Okay. Yikes, this is the police party. Need urgent help. Can't be there all around. So it seems there's an invasion initiating here, clearly, right? And I predicted this quite a while ago. I said that eventually, more than likely, Code would invade Konoha with the Tento clones, right? He has thousands of them. And that seems like a perfect army to attack a village. So it seems that several of them suddenly just appeared. There's already damage to the civilians. Start the evacuation guidance for non-combatants. Have the ones who can fight go to the closest spot. What's the deal to come now, Code? Okay. We see Kawaki dealing with the clones. I believe that's Sakura, if I'm not mistaken. Hurry up, follow the instructions from the shinobi. Okay. More of... Who's this here? I'm trying to tell what that is. Don't push, calm down, take action. Okay. Sarada. I think that's Sarada. Code's claw marks. Where did they come from? Seems they can duplicate. Oh, wow. Okay. So they have that ability. These guys, they can transport between each other like claw marks. Okay, so they're transporting between each other. Not duplicating. Okay, that clears that up. Is that Code? Oh, he was inside one of the clones. Okay. Interesting. Hello there, Uchiha Sarada. Interesting. There he is, folks. There he is. See how much of a threat he is. You got any business with the Hidden Leaf? I'm looking for Boruto. He's not here. It's 3 years since he left. Okay, so we got a timeline here. It's been 3 years since the time skip. Since the plot twist initiated. So they're 3 years older. 3 years of history has taken place since that time. Since chapter 80. It's good to know. I know that I've been after him for about 2 years. I'm tired of it. I'm saying he's not in the Hidden Leaf. Go to others to find him. Maybe I should have said it better. Let me say it again. I quit looking for him. That's why I come to the Hidden Leaf. Okay? Though you can call him from his allies, we should be full of regrets for him. First is you. At least cry in a good voice so it will reach out to him. Okay, so he's going to use Sarada to bait and incentivize Boruto to come to the Leaf. Got it. There he is. Speaking of the double, Boruto Uzumaki has arrived. Alright. Those disgusting ideas is why girls get away from you. Seems he hasn't lost his touch. Alright. So now we see what seems to be a battle. right. Whoops, skipped the page. From the okay, the chakra data matches Boruto. From the spot high above where Code's chakra was detected, he suddenly invaded. Boruto-kun, listen. All combatants prioritize dealing with Code and the claw marks. Keep your eyes on Boruto's actions and seek his purpose. Okay. Now we have Boruto in the village. You appeared, Boruto. All right. So it seems implied this is the first time they've seen each other. That's not proven. Seems that way. At least the first time Code and Boruto have interacted, right? Because he's been looking for him for almost 2 years, or about 2 years, according to him. So that's the conclusion. Very, very telling. Very telling. I like the sort of quick draw to the invasion. I like that we're getting straight to business, no questions asked, and it's very telling what's to come. To be truthful, like I said earlier, I actually predicted that this eventually would happen, that Code would invade, and maybe that's how we get to the prologue of Boruto, when we see the destruction of Konoha, and then we see Kawaki and Boruto at odds with each other, right, conversing. Maybe this is a catalyst for that. Now, truth be told, that would be a little quick. The pacing would be very quick if we just see a few chapters of the invasion, and all of a sudden we're at the time skip scene that we see at the beginning of Boruto, right, in the anime and in the manga. That would be kind of fast, but part of me wouldn't mind it, and wouldn't mind it truthfully. Like I said in past videos, I don't mind there being a difference in pace and a difference in narrative in comparison to Naruto. I don't have a problem with that. I want there to be change. I want there to be new mystery that we once didn't have. I want to see new events transpire in a way that's different from the Naruto narrative. And this is a good start. I think this chapter was solid. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the suspense that was built, right? We start with Kawaki and Sarada and etc. We start with that. I think it was very telling, and I enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. Now, I'm not sure if this is the whole chapter, per se. It's quite a bit of panels, but I believe, if my sources aren't incorrect, I saw that it's going to be 50 pages long. All right, so if we count the chapters, the pages here, it's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44. Okay, so it's almost 50. Maybe there's a couple pages missing. But if this is accurate, I enjoy the chapter, certainly. I enjoy the chapter. I enjoy the snippets of each important character that we did get, with the Eida interaction and her suspicions, Damon's suspicions, Mitsuki's character and his current ideology and motifs, Kawaki's current state of mind. It seems he's still very, very keen on eliminating the Otsutsuki. There's no presence of Sasuke here. There's a lot of good stuff in this chapter. So currently my rating of the chapter 1 to 10 would be honestly a solid 9. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And I'm ready to see some action. I'm ready to see what these guys are capable of. I'm ready for that. It's going to be very, very telling how powerful they've become. So I'm looking forward to it. As far as power scaling, establishing events, it seems that Boruto can contend with Code. I mean, we only get this. It's only one interaction. And you could argue that he was off guard as well. You could argue that for sure. We see Sarada being able to combat a Ten-Tail clone. Again, it doesn't prove that she's relative to them. It's just one interaction and one event of physical altercation. But I'm very, very, very pleased by what we saw here. Now, I'm pretty sure I saw a Sakura scene that was different from this. It was where you actually see her face. So I don't think this is the whole chapter. Let me go ahead and look up Boruto leaks real quick. Let's see if there's any other... See, like this right here. This wasn't there. I'm telling you again and again, don't you understand? That's my word, Sarada. We approached many times. They are the ones that crossed the line. Moreover, they killed the Hokage, became a rebel trying to kill his son Kawaki. There is no exception for punishment. Okay. No, I'm saying the assumption is wrong. It's unbelievable that Boruto will kill the 7th. At least we should give him a chance to explain. Why run if there isn't anything to hide? We also have proof from Eida's clairvoyance. Interesting. So her clairvoyance can create false depictions of reality. Kind of like omnipotence. I'm not surprised. It's obvious one will run away if they have an execution order. Take it back now. Listen to him. Listen, Sarada. What does that say? It's covered by words. Boruto will be dealt should follow the rules, and also it's the public opinion of the Hidden Leaf. Many people have anger against his betrayal. Regardless of my order, everyone can understand it. Okay. The conversation is over, period. If you got it, go back to your mission. You don't understand a single bit. Hey, Sarada, that's not the attitude you do to Lord Eighth. Stop it, Konoha. He must be the right-hand man now, seems like, Shikamaru. Like Shikamaru was to Naruto. Sarada, I'm worried about you. If you're like that, being a Hokage, you're going to be getting forever. Is that because my dad is also a traitor, just like Boruto? Okay. Doesn't matter. I'm talking about how you should be as a ninja of the Hidden Leaf. Lord 7th in the past brought my father back, who left the village and did a big crime and became a Hokage though he was a Genin. My role model is Lord 7th, not you. Okay, so she doesn't approve, obviously, right? Because she knows the truth. She doesn't approve of what's currently taking place. She's frustrated with Shikamaru's reluctance to even remotely believe her. Again, omnipotence is very potent, apparently. So she's frustrated, rightfully so. So there's that. I think that's it. I think that's where we'll stop. But it's a very telling chapter. I'm very, very, very looking forward to the future of what Boruto has to offer. And I'm looking forward to August 20th. I'm going to read the chapter again, the official translation, and see what I can extrapolate. But simply put, it's clear that Sarada, Kawaki, Mitsuki, Code, and Boruto have all evolved and progressed as shinobi. Clearly. They've clearly, most likely, increased in power as well. So, yeah, folks, that's pretty much it for the conversation on the Chapter 81 leaks. If you enjoyed this, again, hit the like button and let me know if you would like me to do this again in the future. I enjoy the leaks. I definitely enjoyed the ones for this chapter, and I think that's going to wrap it up, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next video. It's Jither signing out. Peace.